Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Very excited for today's, well, beers plural. Also, do your taxes. Taxes are due. The theme of this week is do your taxes. They are due. And I thought I would end the theme with a comparison. They're both from the same brewery. They're both the same beer, except one was aged in red wine barrels. So it's Taxman Brewing, hence the taxes theme. The only other beer I've had from them is Death and Taxes from was it 2016 that I did well, maybe 5 days ago, and that beer blew me away. So I'm really excited for this. They are Belgian style quadruples. We have the regular, the base, whatever you want to call it, 9.5% ABV. The red wine one bumps it up to 10, so somewhat wet barrels, it sounds like. Um, let's see, deep notes of caramel, raisins, and plums enhanced by the Belgian yeast esters. A sweet, complex ale. It's perfect for dessert beer to sip or to savor. This is not dessert. I'm actually doing this before I eat dinner. So kind of a rule breaker. This one is from their the vault, so it's kind of cool. So like this has their little guy, and this one got the little guy in front of like what looks like a bank vault. So clever. I get it. Yeah, carefully blended barrels. Um, yeah, red wine, dark fruits and caramel with the red wine barrel notes. So they don't get act like it drastically changes anything. It just adds that red wine characteristic. I was gonna do like a little blind comparison. I figure it'd probably be pretty obvious, and I'm just gonna kind of do what I taste and which one I prefer. So that's my idea right now. Save some in there. All right. So yeah, I mean they look a lot the same. Uh, I'm the worst with dirty glasses. Yeah, I mean they look pretty much the same. This one is a hair lighter looking than this one, but they're in real life they're identical. Head retention's almost identical. The lacing on the glasses basically identical. So yeah, they look the same. Let's get into the aroma. Definitely get that raisin plum for sure. Clove, not cinnamon, but like because of that clove and some of that sweetness, it like is like tricking my brain. Like, oh, there's cinnamon in there as well, but it's I don't actually get cinnamon, but I do get clove. That brown bread, almost like oatmeal, sweet, but there is like an earth element balancing it out as well. It definitely smells like a quad. It doesn't. It's not one of the sweetest smelling quads, so I'm wondering if it's a relatively dry one or not. You get up in that ABV range of 9.5, 10%. I think get a little sweet, which is fine. I like them sweet, but yeah, it doesn't. Smells like it's going to be a little drier. See about the red wine. I keep wanting to say red wine barrel aged one. It definitely smells different. Like you get the raisins, the plums, and those are two things I always look for in quads. I should have said that. So I like that these both have the plum raisin thing going. Right now, I'm getting red wine mixed in. I wouldn't. If I was doing this blind, I don't know if I'd say it was barrel aged. I probably would be like, oh, they added grapes or like red wine grapes or even red wine because it smells so much like red wine. But I guess it makes sense if it's like an oaked red wine, that smell would have it. I just don't, I wouldn't like say, oh, this has oak in it. But I mean, it clearly has that wine note, which works so well with the raisin and the plum. I've had a decent number of bourbon barrel aged quads. I can't remember if I've had any red wine barrel aged quads, but it definitely lends itself to that because they're in similar worlds with that, again, that raisin plum thing. Anyway, cheers. Oh, and Jim gave me this beer. Sorry. Thank you, Jim, so much. It's pretty similar to the nose. Yeah, it's definitely not the sweetest quad I've ever had, which is fine. Um, but yeah, I get that plum, I get that raisin, I get that brown bread for sure. A little bit of that earth funkiness in there. Yeah, and again, it's pretty dry, and this finish is definitely dry as I'm talking. Molasses, faint menthol, I mean, like mintiness. Stop trying to sound smart, no hype, just mintiness. A little bit of like spearmint, very little though, very little. It's good. It's not the best quad I've had. I put a little bit above average. See about the red wine barrel aged one. Cheers. Now that works very well. Right off the bat, clear winner of the two. I think that red wine barrel adds so much to this beer. Wow. That extra grape note, that extra wine specific note plays so well with these base flavors. I do get some oak in there. Again, I didn't get it in the aroma, I'm not gonna lie. I'm getting that in the taste, not overpowering, super pleasant. And it's interesting, the aftertaste is, I mean, it's almost 50-50 red wine and quad, which again, like these flavors are pairing so well together. There's some like cracker, white bread in there as well. So 40-40-20, whatever. But really nice aftertaste, very super pleasant. And that wine cuts down to this earth funk note that was in the regular. That's what that's what brought it down for me. And again, I think it's a little bit better than average. I just, and part of it is probably preference and what I'm used to drinking. A lot of actual quads from Belgium, Trappist ones. Um, I mean, I came up in the, drinking beers from Oma Gang. So like their three philosophers is just like kind of like what I think this style tastes like. But Boulevard's quad's very good as well. But anyway, slightly better than average. This works super well for me. I highly recommend this. But if you like quads, sure, good beer for sure. But if you like quads, you don't mind a little imperfection, I should say not imperfection, excuse me, non-traditional. This red wine barrel thing, this is of the three beers I've had from Taxman, their two barrel aged beers have been phenomenal. So again, nothing against this beer, but this one, you guys were right to put it in red wine barrels. It does so much to this beer. It's awesome. Should I do a quick cuvee? I guess we're under the 10-minute mark. Cheers. That I like a lot too. Because again, that red wine, that little bit of oak, some of the vanilla, some of the tannins that you get, just plays so well with that quad. And even though it's lessened because I mixed it in with the base, it's still super pleasant. It's still checking that earth funk thing that was a little too strong for my palate for this quad. Nice cuvee. I guess I didn't smell it. Smells delicious, I'm sure. Thanks again, Jim. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching. Pay your taxes. Yeah, thank God this theme's over. It's such a dorky theme. But check me out on Instagram on Tapped. No hype beer reviews at both those places. So please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.